Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Black Ops Character Analysis. And kind of like a side note here, what would be Detroit Become Human every Sunday? Of course, the circumstances would be I would have a Detroit Become Human Let's Play come out every Sunday. Of course, as you guys know, considering the circumstances with my PlayStation again, since there's no set schedule for anything to come out, like I said, usually Detroit Become Human would come out every Sunday. That was like pretty much a sure thing. But now there's like kind of nothing scheduled. You know what I mean? So I might just have a character analysis at least for now until something changes here. At least for now, I might have like just a character analysis come out every Sunday, kind of like Detroit Become Human was. So I might just do that. I don't know. I guess we'll see how consistent I am with it, but just to kind of tide you guys over for at least there definitely is a surefire thing, just something to kind of look forward to in with the channel. Like you could look forward to character analysis coming out every Sunday, kind of like with Detroit Become Human. You guys look forward to that every Sunday. So maybe just to switch it up a bit, at least until I could get to recording Detroit Become Human again. But at least for now, I think that's what I'm gonna go for. But anyways, moving forward, today, in Black Ops character analysis, we'll be doing Bowman. Joseph Bowman, which is his real name. Awesome character. Okay, he didn't play a major role in the Black Ops 1 campaign, but he is one of my favorite characters. He's a funny character, just all in general. And he's voiced by Ice Cube. He is voiced by Ice Cube, and I didn't know that for the longest time. And I found out that he is voiced by Ice Cube a few years ago, but for the longest time, all the times I played Black Ops campaign, I did not know that he was voiced by Ice Cube. So that's pretty cool in and of itself. So yeah, how can you argue with that? I mean, Ice Cube is like probably one of the best celebrities and probably one of my favorite celebrities. Through his music and all his he's a fan favorite all around. So how can you argue with that? So that's pretty cool. So we've been talking about him, and yeah, so of course I'm getting all my info from the COD Wiki, as always. Big shout out to them. Chief Petty Officer Joseph Bowman was an SOG operative who appears in Call of Duty Black Ops 1 campaign. He was Wood's right-hand man. He appears in almost every mission played by Mason up until Payback, in which he is killed by a Smetchnaz operative. He is voiced and likened to Ice Cube, which unfortunately, yes, he did die. That is a spoiler, which kind of sucks. I think he could have played a bigger role. I mean, he was around, like mentioned every mission, but he could have probably played a bigger role. They could have had him play a bigger role, but it's kind of whatever. So let's talk about Bowman a little bit. So his early life. Not much is known about Bowman's early life, other than the fact that he was born on November 10th, 1940 in Atlanta, Georgia. His father was a World War II vet, as he was his influence for enlisting in the Navy at the young age of 17. Bowman also attended underwater demolition team at school as a part of his training. And so that's pretty much all we know about Bowman's early life. And now we're going to talk about some of the campaign missions. Operation 40. Occupants leave in their vehicles armed with shotguns. Bowman to Carlos, Mason, and Woods, which is a quote. Bowman fought alongside Alex Mason and Frank Woods during Operation 40. During the planning phase, he met up with Carlos in a bar before having to fight through police raid. Later, he infiltrated the compound of Fidel Castro. He separated from Mason and Woods after the initial assault, rejoining them after Castro's double was killed. He escaped Cuba on a transport plane after Mason jumped off to destroy the vehicles blocking the runway, allowing the plane safe passage. And that's pretty much his role in Op 40. And now we're going to be talking about his role in Baikonur, which is the base, the launch base of the rocket with the Russians and everything, that one mission. So we've got a visual on Weaver. He's been taken to the bunker south of the comms building. Bowman to Woods. That's another quote. Years later, Bowman again fought alongside Mason and Woods in Baikonur to sabotage the Russian Soyuz launch. He infiltrated the... That was wind. That was wind outside my window. It's pretty windy out. Anyways, he infiltrated the facility with Terrence Brooks and jointly with the other operatives disguised as a Russian soldier. Bowman led a pair of guards away from the comm tower to dispatch them, allowing Woods and Mason to storm the tower. Bowman and Brooks proceeded to rescue Grigory Weaver, who had been captured by Lev Kravchenko. The operatives moved to Soyuz launch platform to destroy the rocket. During their escape, Bowman presumably assisted Mason in the attempted assassination of Nikita Dragovich, but they were unable to confirm the kill after destroying his limousine. In Vietnam, Mason grabbed that M22, Bowman yelling to Mason. In 1968, Bowman was deployed to Vietnam as part of the Studies and Observations Group, SOG. He again met up with Woods and Mason after a battle at the Khe Sanh and assisted Mason during the Tet offensive at Hue City. Establishing the contact with the Russian defector and helping Mason out of trouble, Bowman took part in a clean and sweep operation to root out the local Viet Cong. During the Laos incursion, Bowman rode shotgun on Mason's boat, using a Grim Reaper to destroy numerous enemy positions on the river. He located the wreck of the Russian cargo plane but found nothing other than a map and a China Lake grenade launcher. He helped defend the plane when the Russian Spetsnaz tried to recapture the site and was captured and given to at the Viet Cong. So unfortunately, we're going to have to get into Bowman's death. It was really sad. It was pretty sad to see him go, and kind of sucks. So Bowman was held captive for about a week. During this time, Mason relates that as a result of the torture and the sleep deprivation, Bowman had given up. Bowman was forced to play Russian roulette by his VC bookie, but instead he angered the Russian interrogator, sparking him to beat him to death with a pipe. When Mason and Woods escaped, they avenged Bowman's death by killing the Russian while he was trying to flee. However, he was not officially known to have died until after Mason's capture at Rebirth Island. And Bowman's legacy. Bowman is survived by his fiancée, Alengila, sorry if I bombed that name, who had a son with him named William. William, through his investigation of Perseus, would eventually lead to him meeting Bruce Harris, Bowman's former colleague who survived the events of Yamato. Harris, who was mistakenly captured by William and thought he was to be Perseus, gave William a bag containing Bowman's belongings, which that was going into Cold War a little bit, and I know I said we don't really cross paths with like linking the Cold War to the Black Ops 1 campaign, but it was just a small bit, so I figured I'd read it. But that does directly relate to Cold War. So that's kind of it for Bowman. Like I said, he played a very small role in the Black Ops 1 campaign. Like I said, even though he did appear in pretty much every mission until he died towards the end of the campaign. And I think it was interesting because Bowman is definitely one of my favorite characters in the Black Ops 1 campaign. So, again, he's voiced by Ice Cube. You can't argue with that. So, again, played a small role, but he's still a good character nonetheless with a pure heart. So I figured I'd include him in the character analysis. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. What do you guys think of Bowman? You guys like Bowman? Comment down below. Let's discuss. So yeah, I think in order to tide you guys over till I get a PlayStation again and, can come out with the Detroit Become Human Let's Plays and finish that off and then other Let's Plays, I think we're gonna just gonna have a steady schedule of character analysis, just coming out on Sundays, which, I'll try to remain steady with that schedule if I can, but, it's just trying to get away out there so you guys can surefire at least know something's coming. Like every Sunday there'll be a character analysis coming out, so you guys can kind of stay tuned for that. I'll try to stay true to that schedule. I'll see what I could do, but yeah, I'm definitely going to try to see if I can come out with character analysis every Sunday. So make sure to subscribe for more content, like the video, all the good stuff, Discord, Twitch, Instagram, links in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next video.